What's your buckle?
Learned Arabic for going there.
You said you like the way Arabic sounds?
I'm Frank, and I must say I love the way Arabic sounds.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
The prisoner speaks Arabic, French, and German.
We'll get somebody who speaks Arabic so we can ask them a question.
My nickname in school was Fat Cavill, which was a very apt nickname, considering my name was indeed Cavill, and...
It's an apron. It's unisex.
Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. 1900.
Some examples of Greek revival architecture.
To lend this town can't afford a revival.
No girls at the revival house.
The ship was found adrift. I alone was revived.
We're reviving a canceled undercover police program from the 80s.
Are we so bereft of ideas that we must revive?
So you can take the credit and revive your pathetic little career.
The Midnight Snack totally
revived and arrested the disoriented Jesus who was, quote,
for trying to revive your sagging career.
Renaissance revival in the late 19th century.
Revival of slavery, you think they make...
We'll revive this country.
I'm actually headlining a new revival, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Seattle Rep's doing a revival of Private Lives.
Now, famously in the revival of True West, John C. Reilly and Phil Cy Hoffman.
Should we really focus on infill development and without?
But in terms of stopping sprawl, promoting infill development, and doing the things that they say they want to do, they don't have the guts to do it.
They're a different configuration, and that there are opportunities for infill development on those sites that are respectful both of the surroundings, but also the development that currently exists on the site. So to Julio's point, there's some guidance and direction in the official plan, which helps us evaluate a form and scale and location of building on lands that can meet the neighborhood policy objectives.
Great, thank you very much for that. I'm going to go to Leo, but before I do, if we could just put up the screen that describes how people can get in touch. It's about 10 to 9.
By no means.
I mean, we're talking about a significant change in how we think about housing. And so I think, you know, some of the folks that I work with, they don't want to see significant turnover of public lands if we're not going to change our development patterns to also address the issues of density and address the issues of infrastructure and address all of those at the same time. I mean, I think that there's got to be a balance there someplace, but if we're not shifting our building patterns and we're just freeing up that land to do business the same way that we've always done it, we're still going to run out of land. We're just going to have eaten up more public land to do it. So yes, there are opportunities, but I think we all need to be very thoughtful and very targeted about not just the financial impacts, which are very important, but also the environmental impacts, how we're using water. And the infrastructure issue is a really, really important issue, because one of the real barriers to doing the infill development and the, you know, the urban planning that it's the responsibility of every local government to do is, you know, that infrastructure is already there, and it's far tear that street up and expand that sewer pipe than it is to go out to a greenfield someplace else and just put in brand new stuff. And so how we fund local government.
No, by all means do so.
You're by no means a burden.
This by no means reflects our...
Lord, my husband is by no means perfect.
By no means is she perfect.
By no means is it finished.
This court is by no means adjourned, Mr. Cobb.
By all means, keep honking.
$200?
First on the window, then I'll be on my way.
All right.
Although, that black sheath dress would go perfect with it.
I have not 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, or 30 plus. I have not 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, or 30 plus. I have not 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, or 30 plus.
This is the shin. This is the shin. This is the shin. This is the shin.
But rather a genuine progressive advance in corrections and rehabilitation.
And you've shown a genuine desire to reform.
But rather a genuine progressive advance in corrections and rehabilitation. But rather a genuine progressive advance in corrections and rehabilitation. But rather a genuine progressive advance in corrections and rehabilitation.
He is a genuine entomologist. 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 He is a genuine entomologist.
Up with Lavender again.
She came to visit you in the hospital, and you talked.
She seems a bit put out.
But all my screaming was for naught. 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 But all my screaming was for naught.
She seems a bit put out. 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 She seems a bit put out.
But all my screaming was for naught. But all my screaming was for naught.
This is all for naught.
I heard that.
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 He'll do naught but make excuses for her. 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 He'll do naught but make excuses for her.
This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission. This project is for naught without a reconnaissance mission.
Jealous much?
Stupid much?
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 Too much talking, 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 too much talking. Too much talking, 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 too much talking. Too much talking, 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 too much. Too much talking, 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 too much talking. Too much talking, 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 too much talking.
Judgmental much?
Vagina fucker.
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 Jealous much?
Stupid much?
Jealous much?
Stupid much?
Too much talking, too much talking, too much talking, too much talking, too much.
Talk too much. Too much.
So much sadness, so much disappointment. 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 So much sadness, so much disappointment.
So much rage. So much betrayal. So much rage. So much betrayal. So much rage. So much betrayal.
Getting much colder, sir. It's 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 getting much colder, sir.
getting much, much colder, sir. It's 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 getting much, much colder, sir.
I agree. Much cattle, much cattle. I agree. Much cattle, much cattle. I agree. Much cattle, much cattle. I agree. Much cattle, much cattle.
There we go. Much, much better. 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 There we go. Much, much better.
So much grief, so much loss. So much grief, so much loss. So much grief, so much loss.
Not much, you?
Way too much.
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 Cologne is too much. Cologne is too much. Cologne is too much. Cologne is too much. Cologne is too much.
You've caused much, much happiness. 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 You've caused much, much happiness.
Much obliged, Brock. Much obliged. Much obliged, Brock. Much obliged.
So much pressure. 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 So much pressure.
Too much distance, too much time. Too much distance, too much time. Too much distance, too much time. Too much distance, too much time.
How much trouble? Too much trouble. How much trouble? Too much trouble. How much trouble? Too much trouble.
So much conflict, so much opportunity. 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 So much conflict, so much opportunity.
So much guilt, so much shame. 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 So much guilt, so much shame.
Much too serious, much too fast. 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 Much too serious, much too fast.
Her, much respect. She is unflappable.
Debut. Draw.
That we never would have addressed had it not been for.
Do you need help with those manacles?
Had it not been for the sacrifices of Freya, the youngest, strongest witch.
I wouldn't even help the needle had it not been for you.
I was. And I would have met with a nasty end aboard the ship, had it not been for this gentleman here.
Had it not been for the doctor, sir, and these remedies...
It's ridiculous. I can't believe it.
Had it not been for them, the BLT would merely be lettuce and tomato.
The audience would have never enjoyed as much great product as they have had it not been for Monday Night Nitro.
A murder that wouldn't have been discovered had it not been for the note.
Another imperceptible crime.
I must be a little sore from doing jujitsu with Tam yesterday.
Why were you doing jujitsu?
We're boys. Roughhousing is what we do.
Loyal piece of outerwear, aren't you?
Mr. Darcy, rather an imposing presence.
There were big, imposing buildings that had tellers behind bars.
What a fine, imposing place it is, to be sure, is it not, my dears?
Radical, really. Because during that time, banks were designed to be imposing, fortress-like, with tellers behind bars.
He was a big, handsome, imposing man.
He's a big fella and an imposing fella. I think you might be imposing your personal hang-ups on the public.
You have a massive bone structure and a very imposing physique.
An imposing display of primitive gallantry, gentlemen.
Your imposing voice.
You're aggressive and imposing. I'm going to...
I know, I probably seem like quite an imposing figure now with me.
And then stay until the very end.
It only gets overtly transphobic at the very end, so.
Very end of a Scooby-Doo episode. Very cute.
But they fought until the very end.
Actually, almost, we were at the very end of sex, you know?
True and noble to the very end.
At the very end of Haydn's cello concerto number 2, it happened.
The end of the street as
You steal yourself.
Until the very end.
At the very end of your ponytail.
Now, at the very end of your exhale, you hold. I'll steal myself. Oh, I feel myself.